And trust me, that's the hardest thing to rebuild, because when you lose yourself, you don't notice it immediately. It doesn't feel like a sudden collapse. It feels like small pieces going missing. You stop laughing the way you used to. You stop sharing things that mattered to you. You stop expecting to be understood, and slowly, you become someone quieter, someone smaller. Daniel didn't realize it at first, but the man he used to be was fading away. There was a time when he had dreams, plans, energy. He used to look forward to life, to the future, to building something meaningful. But now, he was just surviving, going through the motions, waking up, working, coming home, sleeping, repeating. Not because he wanted to, but because he felt like he had to. And that's when life becomes heavy, not because of responsibility, but because of emptiness. There's a kind of silence that's louder than noise. It's the silence
between two people who used to understand each other. They still sit in the same room, still share the same space, but something is missing. The connection, the warmth, the feeling of us. And Daniel felt that silence every single day. He tried to ignore it, like most people do. He told himself, this is normal. Every relationship changes. Maybe this is just how life is. But deep inside, he knew this wasn't normal. This was something else, something slowly breaking. And the hardest part, no one teaches you what to do in that moment, because from the outside, nothing looks wrong. There are no obvious fights, no dramatic endings, no clear signs, just distance. And distance is the most dangerous thing in any relationship, because distance doesn't scream, it whispers. And by the time you hear it clearly, it's already too late. One evening, Daniel came home early. He thought maybe today would be different. Maybe they would talk. Maybe they would laugh like before. Maybe something would feel normal again. But when he walked in, nothing changed. Same silence, same distance, same feeling of being unwanted in his own space. He sat down, looked around, and for the first time, he didn't feel like he belonged there. And that realization hit him harder than anything else. Because you can handle being tired, you can handle stress, you can even handle pain. But feeling like you don't belong in the place you built, that breaks you, not loudly, but deeply. Daniel started remembering things, not big moments, but small ones. The way she used to look at him, the way she used to listen, the way things felt effortless. And he realized something painful. It wasn't that everything changed, it was that only he stayed the same. He kept giving, kept trying, kept holding on, while everything else slowly moved away. And that's a hard truth to accept, because we're taught that consistency is enough, that loyalty is enough, that effort is enough. But sometimes it isn't, because relationships don't survive on effort alone. They survive on connection, mutual effort, mutual respect. And when one side stops, the whole thing starts falling apart. Daniel reached a point where he stopped asking for anything, not because he didn't need it, but because he was tired of not receiving it. And that's what happens. People don't always leave physically. Sometimes they leave emotionally first. And once that happens, everything else is just time. Time before it completely breaks, time before something ends, or worse, time before it becomes something empty that never truly ends. Daniel was stuck in that space, not happy, not completely broken, just lost. And maybe that's the most dangerous place to be, because when you're completely broken, you take action. But when you're just lost, you stay, hoping, waiting, enduring, until one day you realize how much time has passed and how much of yourself you've lost along the way. That night, when Daniel looked at those old pictures, he didn't just miss her, he missed himself, the version of him that felt alive. And that's when something changed, not in the relationship, but inside him. He stopped asking, how do I fix this? And started asking, why did I lose myself trying? And that question is where everything begins to shift. Because the moment you start valuing yourself again, everything else becomes clearer. You see the imbalance, you see the silence, you see the truth without excuses. And the truth is simple. Love is not supposed to feel one-sided. It's not supposed to feel like constant effort without recognition. It's not supposed to make you question your worth. And if it does, something is wrong. Not with you, but with the dynamic. So if you're listening to this and you feel even a little bit of this, don't wait too long. Because time doesn't fix these things. Awareness does. Action does. Self-respect does. And sometimes, walking away from what's slowly breaking you is the only way to save yourself. Because in the end, you can rebuild a relationship, but rebuilding yourself takes much longer, and not everyone gets that chance. So protect yourself early. Pay attention to the silence, the distance, the feeling, because those small signs are never small. They're the beginning of everything. And once you see them clearly, you have a choice to ignore them or to change your life. Choose wisely.